Welcome to this next lesson about sound to print, a strategy that you already know is deeply embedded in the Onward Hebrew initiative. You've already encountered some sound to print strategies that are great for when you're teaching Hebrew prayers, blessings, and songs. But I would argue that Hebrew education is more than learning to decode Hebrew letters and vowel signs. Ideally, it's about meaning making, which is really what language is about. So this lesson, this video, is about infusing Hebrew into your, let's call it, other teaching. One example is through the use of Jewish life vocabulary. These are words for ritual objects like mezuzah, for Jewish concepts like tzedakah, and greetings and exclamations like saying Mazal Tov when someone's achieved something wonderful, or La Briut after a person sneezes. You can support Jewish life vocabulary by infusing Hebrew words in your everyday conversation with students and parents. The classic example is grab your Siddur, we're going to Tefillah, which means grab your prayer book, we're going to Tefillah, to worship. And you could say todah instead of saying thank you. If your students have already learned Jewish life vocabulary, please use the new vocabulary anytime you can. And if you can introduce new words, then certainly go for it. More information and lots of resources, including videos that can help you learn to pronounce more difficult words and phrases like hospitality, which in Hebrew is hachnasat orchim, is found at the web link on this slide. It's onwardhebrew.org. Search for the resources button and then click on Jewish life vocabulary. And be sure to click around, especially to find the word lists and the videos that are there. Some of you I know sit in on a Hebrew through movement class, or perhaps you teach it yourself. You can begin to integrate its commands into your own teaching. If you need to line the kids up, tell them using the Hebrew through movement vocabulary. Lakum, lalechet el hadelet. Stand up and walk to the door. If you need to have them stop some foolishness, you can say la'atzor. There's a great story of a class that was absolutely going off the rails. Teacher was having a hard time pulling them together. And finally, a kid yelled out, La'atzor! And indeed, everybody stopped in their place. So this is good. You can support your children's learning of Hebrew through movement by integrating it, certainly as you feel comfortable. Or you could ask a madricha or madrich to give it a whirl. So it's all about support. It's about building the sounds, or in this case, the words of Hebrew in many different ways. Let your students hear you use Hebrew. It doesn't have to roll off your tongue now, but it will as you practice and certainly as you gain confidence. Todah for giving it a try.